Hello there, and welcome to our Parent Square training. Let's get right into it by taking a look at our agenda. So, we're going to talk about what Parent Square is. Melissa's going to talk about account settings and notifications. Jerry will talk about what the difference between a post and a message is. Steve is going to talk about conference scheduling, which is a really cool tool to have. And then I'll tell you a little bit about what the app looks like and kind of describe it toward what it looks like online. And then we'll close it up with help and support. All right, let's jump right into what is Parent Square. So Parent Square is a messaging app much like Remind, which we've had for the last couple years. You have the ability to message your entire class, small groups, or individuals. The classes are synced on the back end, and the parents have the opportunity to opt out of receiving messages. Last year and the year before, you had to send home your class code. You no longer have to do that. Parents get access via text, email, or the app. And the main reason we switched over to Parent Square is it provides more flexibility for the school and the district to message parents for whole school notifications or in a major emergency. So Parent Square really does give schools a real easy way to get a hold of parents. And now Melissa's going to give you a little bit of a preview of the settings and notifications.
Okay, so let's take a look at your settings, your account settings. You'll start off on your home page. You'll go to the far right underneath your name, click on My Account. When it loads, you'll see that there's the basic information from the school district. This is added in on the back end. You cannot change that, but you can edit what's in your profile. So if I come over here to edit, I can upload a picture. I'm just going to drag a file that I found from before. Maybe I want to crop it in a circle. Save it, upload my picture, and then come down here about me. I might want to mention that I'm an ed tech instructional coach. School title, I can put down the name of my school. And then I have to remember to hit save. And now it updates with my picture. It updates with the additional information. That's your basic profile. The other thing that you want to do is adjust your notification settings. So if I come over to customize settings, I can decide, since I do have the app, I don't want to receive it on both text and the app. So I do have it turned on for the app, but I have it turned off for text. And I'm okay with receiving emails in Parent Square because sometimes that's how I'm going to access maybe the larger PDFs that might get sent through or documents. And how often do I want to receive these? I might want to receive them instantly on the app, but maybe on my email, I'm going to click this, and maybe I just want to receive it for, I just want to receive a digest so that it comes to me at the end of the day. So I hit save. I've got a custom. Those are for my posts only. And notice I cannot disable my emergency alerts and notices. And that's how you get your settings adjusted. So back to my account. It's all saved. You can also adjust your language setting. My preferred language is English. There's a drop down. These are all Google translated options, so keep that in mind. But I think that Parent Square does support about 5 languages, although I'm not sure what those 5 languages specifically are other than English and Spanish.
All right, Jerry, what do you got?
So here's the magic of Parent Square, or at least the meat of it, you might say. Is you want to give a post, you want to send it out to all your parents in a classroom or perhaps a group that you've created. So over here in posts, you find new post in the middle. Once you click on that, then you can select who you're going to send it to. Maybe my post is going to go to my 2nd grade class. I can type into the subject, fun with games. And then I can type, or maybe I want to put in a flyer or a Google Doc. If it's going to be a long post, you want to put a Google Doc and put a link to that in it. Or perhaps even a Google Drawing so that you can make a picture of it. You can also attach links. You can attach photos. You can attach videos. So if you ask it to translate, it can translate it into Spanish, and then you can actually edit that translation. It'll go to families in English and Spanish. But before you send it, you want to look in this notification options. It defaults to send at user preferred time, which is great because some parents are going to get it as a digest. They're going to get all the posts together. If it's really important and it has to be looked at right away, you can override that with this middle button, send instantly. Or maybe you just want to leave it on the post page so that they can look at it at their convenience. You can preview it ahead of time before you send it out. And when you're done previewing it, click Hide Preview to go back to the editable form. You can schedule it for later or save it as a draft. So the other thing that you can do with Parent Square is you can send a message. When you click on Messages on the left, then you can send a message. A message is going to go only to one parent or 2 or 3 parents. You don't want to send a post to just a few parents, and you don't want to try to send a message to a bunch of parents. When you start to type, it'll bring up a list of people, and you can scroll through there, find who you're looking for. If you've got more than one person, you can actually, more than one parent, let's say, you can put more than one in there, and then you get an option to, instead of making it a private message to each of these recipients, you can make it a group message so that the replies that they give you will go to everybody in the group. But you have to select that. It doesn't default. You can add photo and attachment and then send that way. If you send a message and parent has asked it to be translated into Spanish, they've actually asked for that on their end. And then all the messages that you send will automatically be translated into Spanish, of course, using Google Translate. I hope that helps.
Steve is going to talk about a great feature that will help you out during parent conferences. Steve?
One of the great features of Parent Square is the ability to create parent conference schedules. You determine the days and the times. Parents sign up online. You have your conference. 2 ways to do that. You can click on add-ons up at the top, but I prefer when I'm in my posts to come over to the little arrow next to new post and see that extra menu shows conference signups. From here, you can determine which class you are creating this schedule for and which day the conferences are going to begin. You can add as many days that you are conferencing by clicking Add Another Day. You set your start time. In our case, I will pick 8 a.m. and we'll pick 4 o'clock for our end. I am going to put a recess in. In other words, I want to take a break. I want to go to lunch, and I'll pick a lunchtime at 12 p.m., and we will end that at 1 p.m. My slots, you determine how long you need to meet with them. I'll pick 20 minutes, and I'm going to give myself a little break to catch my breath between each one of 5 minutes. I'm going to hide the names, keep that confidential. Hit Next, and what you will see here, once it generates, are all the time slots that you created. Now, let's say you decided or need to delete a time slot or two because maybe you're meeting with your PLC during that time. So you can delete as many of those just by clicking on the trash can and not have them available for the parents. Once you've finished that and you've edited out what you don't need for slots, go ahead and hit Next. This is what the post will look like. You can change the subject to whatever you want. You can decide what you want to write in the description. You can add in a Zoom link if you want. If you do a Zoom parent conference, make sure you set up the waiting room so that they don't join a meeting that's already in progress. So the link can go out so they can click on it once it's time for the conference. As you scroll down, you will see all of these slots that are available and whether or not people have selected. So you can change the number of slots or people you need or slots that you need for that. You can change what it looks like at the top. You can remove some data as well, click things off and on for each date. Once you are satisfied with that, you click Post Now. I'm not going to send it to all the staff. They don't need to see that, but we'll send it immediately to the parents or instantly override their digest settings. I'm just going to post it right now so you can see it. No emails, texts, or apps or notifications will be sent. They have to be on Parent Square to see it. And there is the post. This is what I see as well. So you do know that from here, you can see all of the sign-up slots when someone has filled it up. But let's say they call you and you need to add them. You find the date and time, and you click where it says Add Someone, and then you can pick the parent. You got the list right there on the screen, and you can add them in. Now, I don't have Phil already involved in Parent Square, and he's not going to get a message, but that's how easy it is. Hopefully, that helps you out. Good luck. Have a great year.
Thanks, Steve. I know when I was in the classroom trying to find ways to get my parents' parent conferences scheduled was always difficult, so that makes it way easy. All right, let's take a look at what the app looks like. So it's easy for on-the-go messages. It works great on the district-issued iPads, and I'm going to show you how to load it onto your iPad. If you choose to have it on your iPhone or Android phone or whatever phone you have, there are ways that you can download it onto your devices. And it pretty much functions just like the Parent Square website. So in order to find it on your App Store, go to your operating system's App Store, search Parent Square, and look for the icon of the Parent Square. All right, let's take a look at what it looks like to load up on your district iPad and what it looks like once you've opened it. All right, in order to find Parent Square on your iPad, first you need to install it. So I'm going to go to Self-Service. I'm going to scroll down to Parent Square. I've already installed it once, but I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it. And reinstall. And it's going to think about it for a second. And once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and move back to the desktop, and you can see that it's loading. So I'm going to go ahead and let that load. And once installed, it's going to ask for your Google account. So click on Sign In with Google. Choose your account. You can either choose Use Another Account or Add Account if your account is not listed. Now, once in, it's going to ask to verify who you are. I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I'll do it a little bit later. I'm going to allow for notifications. That way, if a parent messages me, I can find out about that. From here, if I want to write a message, I'm going to hit the plus sign, and I'm going to post. And from here, I can choose the school. I can choose, so let me see if I go down to Tumbleweed, or actually I'll go to Innovations. And of course, they're not in alphabetical order, and I don't believe there's any way that we can change that on the back end. So I'm going to pick Innovations Academy. We'll make it go to Staff. You'll be able to see your classes in that drop down because I'm an admin in the district. I see everything. And from there, I'll add my subject or write my message. And that's how you post. Just a real simple way of doing things on Parent Square. So again, if I go to my schools and I go to Innovations Academy, there's the school, and I would be able to post from here. So again, just a real easy way to take care of things from Parent Square's app. So the app is a great resource. All right, and one last thing we want to show you is if you have some really good questions and you're not sure what to do in Parent Square, if you're logged in and you come up here to the question mark and you come down here to the help pages, it's going to open up and it's going to take you to a bunch of different areas. You can either search for your question here, or click on Teachers, and it will get you started, along with videos that help you get your way through Parent Square. So there's a great way to be able to add into what you're doing with Parent Square. So just great information, and to be honest, a lot more than we could provide in the amount of time of our webinar today. So we hope that helps with answering some of the questions about Parent Square. As always, if you ever need to have any questions answered, please reach out to any one of your tech coaches. Have a great day.